This is a HeadGum podcast.
Well, guys, welcome to this most sleepiest opening to the podcast ever.
This one's gonna be weird. Sorry.
Guys, what a weekend. We just had a weekend.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's really quick talk about why we didn't go up on Friday. We don't have to explain ourselves. We're busy boys. But something's going on with my fucking podcast setup, and I hate it.
You want to explain?
Yeah, any audiophiles out there? Anybody, any audiophiles / computer nerds?
Any MP3s out there?
Because if not, this is going to be the worst moment of your life. Because I'm about to talk about some real nerdy shit.
Uh-oh.
When you okay, so my setup, my podcast setup, which is about to make this podcast real shit, because it's like really a cheap setup. Got a MacBook Pro. All right, I mean, I'm gonna get misgive about it. It's an MacBook Pro Retina 15-inch with a 2.5 gigahertz Intel Core i7. We got 16 gigabytes of memory. We got the Intel Iris Pro 1536. And I'm running OS XL Capitan, baby.
Do you know what any of that means?
Definitely not. I read a list. I used to know computer stuff. I used to be pretty computer savvy.
Yeah.
Like, I used to know my way around a computer screen. And, not so much anymore. I used to, care about RAM and memory and megabytes and all that shit. But basically what I'm using is GarageBand to record this podcast, and I've got 2 USB mics, and in order to use 2 mics on GarageBand, you have to build an aggregate device within the audio MIDI setup on the Mac. And when you build an aggregate device, you tell the computer that there's 2 audio inputs.
I wish Owen was playing the piano right now.
I know. That's the worst part, that we're not... Guys, Owen's asleep, and we're being this loud. We don't care. Owen's probably awake right now.
He's like, I'm glad
I heard movement.
Glad they're doing that.
I don't know. I would love it if Owen was up to play the piano, but I guess it doesn't really matter.
Let the boys sleep.
So I created an aggregate device for the 2 microphones, and then I would just get this fucking... Man, I'm bored. I've made myself bored.
I was going to say, this is the podcast.
I just have been having stupid, shitty audio problems. If anybody listening is an audiophile and think they might know how to fix whatever my problem is, or think that they understand everything I just said and might have a solution, then you can hit me up on Twitter and we could talk about it there. I don't want to waste anybody else's time on this dumb bullshit.
You'd rather just waste 1 or 2 people's time.
Yeah.
That know how to solve
Or someone who wants to talk about this.
Sure.
That person's time.
Didn't you used to do audio things at a time?
Yes, I did. I did the sound design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. I got to make a lot of music and make a lot of sounds and edit them. So we weren't able to get this podcast up on Friday.
Yeah.
And it's a real bummer 2000. Are you bummed?
The Bummer 2002.
I'm the bummer 2002, circa 2003. I felt bad. And I tried to do an episode with Bree. And there's 4 seconds of that. That I'm going to put in right now.
How is it?
Hey, everybody! Welcome! Welcome, everyone, to the Dynamic Banter podcast. Real quick, Dr. Mike Falzone is not with us for this episode because he went to go do shit that's more important to him.
He was saving his patient's life.
No, he wasn't. He's a comedy doctor.
Oh.
And he went to go give comedy medicine to
Then
people.
why did he give me a gynecological exam?
Well, we'll talk about it after the show. So, guys, in case you don't recognize that beautiful voice on the other end here, that is one Mrs. Brianna Essrig.
Oh, I ain't no missus, but thank you.
Ms. Brianna Essrig. Brie Essrig is here. Actress, actor, comedian, writer, singer,
I like actor.
plumber.
I like actor instead of actress, but I like comedian.
This microphone shit is gonna fuck me. It's still happening.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. You didn't hear that?
Yeah, it was 2 seconds.
I hate it. It's crispy. Mike, there's another microphone. The microphone that Mike usually uses is being very problematic right now. So we're gonna do something we've never done before and take a tiny pause in the podcast.
Oh my god.
Cut to that clip.
It's okay. It would have been great. We were off to a good start, and I had a lot of things to bring up, and there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about, but this fucking stupid audio problem happened. And one of the fucking, like, I thought it was the USB port. I thought it was your microphone, and we just would get this like fizzle, this like fizzling static sound that turns into digital warble, and then it makes the whole fucking thing go out of sync, and it's just terrible. It starts off as a little crackle. And what I did was, in the aggregate device settings, in the audio MIDI setup,
Let's really peel into it.
I just changed the megahertz. I fixed the sample rate.
Oh, well.
On your baby. I boosted your sample rate, and that fixed it. I don't know if that's a permanent fix.
I was going to tell
or...
you to
No, you weren't.
boost the sample.
Yeah, sample rate.
Aggregate.
You're going to tell me that?
MIDI aggregate.
I don't look. This episode we're doing could become really sad if we started to talk about things.
Yeah.
But I don't want that to happen.
Okay. You brought up a good point that was off of a good point that Owen brought up.
Yes.
And it's a shitty time. Everybody knows that it's a shitty time.
It's just, some terrible things have been happening, and it's a lot, and it sucks.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
but some people seem to believe that you need a smile during the shit times, and that's what we hope to provide with this particular podcast.
When I woke up this morning, which it's Sunday, when I woke up this morning, I was like, I felt very helpless.
Yeah.
I felt very and I felt helpless on Friday too.
Mm-hmm.
And I never know what to do. And then I thought about well, what am I good at? I'm good at telling jokes and making people laugh.
Mm-hmm.
So all I can do is use that to make people laugh and make people happy and smile. And that's what I feel is my point on this planet. My whole goal on this planet is to make as many people laugh as possible.
Mm-hmm.
And so I figured, why not just stick to what I'm good at and kind of stay in the positive zone?
Yeah.
Which is where I like to stay most of the time, in the positive zone.
Where is that? What state is that?
Oh man, nowhere on this planet. Nowhere. But it's tough when terrible shit happens, and it's hard to keep your wits and your spirits high.
Yeah.
But I don't know what else to do. I don't know. I don't know, man. I didn't want this to turn into a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's probably best that we don't just dig in, because it's best that we don't dig in, because I feel like it's just going to become a thing where we're fucking yelling at each other, or not yelling at each other, but getting angry. And I don't want to get angry. I just want to stay positive and pour out love and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I will say this really quick. Mike, if you want to say a quick thing too, I think you should definitely say a quick thing if you'd like, and then we could just move on and try to keep this light and fun and funny and do what we're good at. But
Sure.
really quick, what we've been talking about, at least today, is the Pulse shooting that happened. There was a Pulse club shooting where a lot of innocent people died. And so really quick, I just wanted to throw out there that there is a GoFundMe, GoFundMe.com/Pulse Victims Fund, which is official, and it's for the victims of the Pulse the Pulse shooting. So it's for the families and the victims. Right now, it's at 1,215,000.
Oh wow!
Which is amazing, and hopefully that's gonna be awesome. But
thank goodness for that website, man.
Right? You can all donate. Like if you're feeling as helpless as I am, and you feel like there's nothing you can do, at the very least, you can throw a couple bucks onto the GoFundMe for the Pulse shooting and help some families out. And that's all really you can do. I mean, there's more you can do. You can contact politicians and all that good stuff. But this is something immediate that I think is necessary. And also, really quick, if I could get this out of the way, Julia Fang, who's a great friend of ours and is a huge contributor to SourceFed and the SourceFed hosts, and we all love her very much. She hit me up on Twitter and asked if I would be interested in being part of some sort of fundraiser to raise money for the families and the victims of the Pulse shooting. And I said, absolutely, whatever. So I think we're auctioning off a Skype call. I will call you on Skype, and we can talk about whatever you want. Just me and you, one-on-one, and then all the proceeds will go to help the families of the Pulse shooting. And so I think it's going to be like a 10-day auction, so wherever it gets, whoever the highest bidder is after the 10 days, you guys will get a Skype call. So if you're interested in that, there's an eBay listing. It's up on eBay, and there's a ton of jargon to get there. So just check out my Twitter. I'll put it in my bio, and then check out and I'll tweet it out too, and you guys can get the link there. But
that's very nice.
Right, every little bit. I don't know. I was trying to figure out what else I could do. Like maybe I could make a painting or something, or draw something. But I figured, we could talk and have some fun, and maybe we can tell some jokes, and we can have a conversation. Mike, if you want in on that, I'll hit up Julia.
Yeah, she. I think she sent me a message or something.
Oh,
I haven't been reading a lot of stuff.
I get it.
I've just been kind of like off.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. It's been really tough.
Yeah.
To pretend to human.
Yeah.
While all this fucking terrible shit's happening. But
there is something to be said for like, and I don't know if what's right, but as far as like what we know how to do and what we like doing, like I know with my family, it always, and tell me if this is the same with you, whenever there's like a funeral or something, somebody's always cracking jokes at the funeral.
Yes.
Just to like make whoever is in close proximity smile.
Yes.
And I think that's kind of like my family's defense mechanism or whatever it is. So
which is a great defense mechanism.
Yeah, well, it's the only,
Some defense mechanisms are like fight or flight type shit, like they put their fists up.
Yeah.
I like that. I like humor as a defense mechanism.
My family would put their fist up if there was a face drawn on it. And then they would make it talk beyond a plant.
Oh, that's fun.
And we'd be thinking about that all day.
What would that look like?
Oh, lips. And I hear too.
I'm a fan of that bit.
Good. Great. It's a good bit.
I think humor is great. Humor is how we fix things. Yeah. Humor is how I fix things.
Yeah.
And then also common sense is another way to do that.
It's fun.
But yeah. So anyway, we could just start digging into the podcast now. I guess we can stop talking about sad stuff.
Okay. Ready, set, go.
Okay. So you, Mike, we haven't seen each other for a while.
No, we've both been kind of busy.
So busy.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Not seeing you.
No, it's nice now seeing you.
Yes, it's nice. That's good to see you. I forgot to say that when
it's good to see you, man. I think we said it when I let you in.
Yeah, I was just trying to do something for the podcast.
Oh, I see. All right. You were trying to make it special for the podcast? Usually we stream this, too. We've been streaming these episodes, but this one is not streamed. This one's recorded. We figured...
The difference between this one and that one is this one is not streamed.
That is the only difference.
Yeah.
One's funnier than the other one, too.
Okay.
Which one?
Thus far,
Which one do you think it is?
Other one.
Dude, I still have to watch Game of Thrones tonight. Have you watched it?
Oh, same thing. No.
Yeah, you haven't watched it?
Zoya watches it, and it makes me sad after a time.
Why?
After too much Game of Thrones, I get sad.
Why?
Because bad shit is always happening there, too.
Yeah, it's a very, like... That show is so nerve-wracking sometimes.
Also, death means nothing in that show anymore.
No, not anymore. And that's what makes it kind of like not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
Because if anybody dies, you could very easily bring them back now.
Just find someone with a stone.
With a stone necklace. Are you, I'm going to watch it if you want to watch it with me. You got to get out of here when we're done with this?
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, it's
about
late.
11 o'clock at night.
It's about 10:21, right? Don't exaggerate.
I have work tomorrow morning.
What's that?
I don't feel like going to bed. I don't really feel like doing anything in particular.
Yeah. I get it.
I should ask Zoya if she wants to watch it, because she's the one who watches it, and
Yeah.
I hang out with her while she watches it.
If, all right. Well, you should figure that out.
Yeah.
Figure that
She's
out.
probably sleeping.
We'll talk about it. So, yeah. Otherwise, this podcast would have been up if we had seen each other any sooner.
Yeah.
But that's now it's a late podcast. Are we putting this up like tomorrow probably or tonight or something?
Whatever you want.
All right. We should just get it up, I guess.
Great.
Maybe it's not.
Well, we should make it entertaining first, and then we should get it.
No,
up.
we'll get it up first. Then we'll talk about it. So you're drinking an Ecto Cooler.
I'm trying to choke it down. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good.
So did you drink Ecto Cooler? So, okay, so for those of you that don't know, Ecto Cooler is a high C drink that came out in the 80s.
Yeah.
For I believe, I don't think it was for Ghostbusters 2. I think it was for Slimer Ghostbusters show.
Yeah, the cartoon.
Right?
Probably.
Let's find out. I'm going to pull up the old Wikipedia.
I remember drinking it from a Baux.
Yeah.
Brightly colored yellow Baux.
Okay, so you drank it when you were a boy.
Yeah.
In 1989, High C released a new flavor fruit drink, a flavor fruit drink featuring an image of Slimer from the real Ghostbusters called Ecto Cooler. Yeah, so it was a repurpose of a High C citrus cooler. So yeah, it was for the cartoon.
Why was
It is notable that Ecto Cooler was made in light of Ghostbusters 2. Okay. But it still had Slimer from the real Ghostbusters on it, which is kind of strange, right?
Well, it's easier to print.
I miss the Slimer.
Okay.
These new versions of Ecto Cooler don't have the Slimer on it.
No, they have slime.
And I think it's so that they don't confuse people who don't understand why there isn't Slimer.
Now I'm lost.
So, like, because the Slimer that was on the original High C Ecto Cooler was from the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Why was
that
the
doesn't
cartoon
exist.
called The Real Ghostbusters?
Because there was a Ghostbusters TV show that was not the Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd Ghostbusters.
I didn't know that.
It was an old TV show from the 60s called Ghostbusters, and it was an ape and two guys, and they would like go around solving mysteries like Scooby-Doo, and the ape would always solve them because the ape was smarter than both of the guys.
Interesting.
And that was the gag.
Solid gag.
That was the gag. And that's why it was called The Real Ghostbusters. Isn't that weird? Because around the same time, they released a Ghostbusters cartoon called Ghostbusters that was based off of the old 60s Ghostbusters show, and it was a cartoon with an ape and like a couple of guys, and I think there were more people added to the team. But
were any of them better than the original two guys who couldn't solve a mystery?
I think they were. I don't remember that show very well, except I do remember when they were going down to their car to drive off, they would slide down like bones and stuff. Oh. There was like a weird passage they would slide down to get to their little car.
Was this ape did something happen to the ape?
the ape in the show was
Yeah.
like a real ape, like an ape costume, like a dude in a gorilla costume. And the cartoon has like an upright hybrid human gorilla thing.
Yeah. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on.
Hey, man, I don't need you to worry about it.
Yeah.
You're not going to worry about it.
So this was just an ape that they plucked from the jungle who was like, this one looks like it could find it some ghosts.
They asked it to be their ghost friend.
Hey, this is our first trip to the jungle. Just asking around, do you know any apes that are good at also finding ghosts?
I actually don't know the story about that Ghostbuster, the original Ghostbusters.
There has to be something with the ape. It's not just like that's not a characteristic of apes.
What do you mean?
That they find ghosts? Do you know what I'm saying? Like the ghost had to like be struck by lightning at the same time a college professor did or something. There needed to be some kind of accident that made the ape smarter.
Well, we're going to find out right now.
All
it was
right.
called The Ghostbusters.
Okay.
And it was from 1975, so I was off about that. And The Ghostbusters was a live-action children's situation comedy.
This particular comedy had a lot of situations in it.
Here
That's what made it
comes
different.
my favorite genre of comedy. It's a situation comedy.
I'm not much for comedy unless it has to do with some kind of situation. Don't give me no situationless
Hold
comedy.
on. I was watching this comedy movie the other night, and there were no situations, and so I didn't find it funny at all.
Not
They
my
were just-
thing.
What would something that's not a situation be?
This podcast?
This is a situation. They're referring to a situation as like
There are
there's a
ghosts.
theme. It's a themed comedy.
They gotta solve a problem. Like maybe Scooby-Doo is a situation comedy.
The series was unrelated to the 1984 film Ghostbusters, though Columbia Pictures did pay Filmation for a license to use the name. Like the film, the series spawned its own animated sequel in 1986.
Interesting.
The names Spencer and Tracy were taken from the actor Spencer Tracy, and the gorilla's name was Kong.
What was his name?
Kong. Like King Kong.
Sure. Not a lot of original stuff going on in this.
Spencer, Tracy, and Kong billed themselves as the Ghostbusters, bumbling paranormal detectives. Kong was the leader of the trio, with Spencer as his partner, and Tracy, a gorilla played by Burns, as their assistant, who also drove their barely functioning jalopy. Wait, this fucked up the names. This is wrong. It says here Kong was the leader of the trio, and Tracy the gorilla.
Dude.
This is wrong. This Wikipedia article is wrong.
Well, where do you go? Now where
Nowhere
do you
else. Nowhere else.
go? All right.
I don't know. There says nothing about the ape maybe being.
That had to be one of the situations at least.
About what happened to the ape.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Ecto Cooler was a drink from the 80s, and it had Slimer on it. I'm bummed. It's back. It's back, baby, for the new Ghostbusters film.
It certainly is. It's fine.
It's back. And the original Icy had Slimer on it, and I'm bummed out. But now it's back.
I mean, there's a call to. There's slime on here.
There's
for
slime
sure.
on it, yes.
But Slimer proper is nowhere to be found.
But look, beggars can't be choosers. We got it back. This drink is back. Can I be honest with you? I did a video in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Maybe it was the later 2000s.
It had to be after 2006. So it can only be later 2000.
It did have to be after 2006, but why did you assume that?
Because YouTube started in 2006. Or was it not a YouTube video?
It was not. Wait, did YouTube start in 2006?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I've been on YouTube for 10 years.
I did put it up on YouTube, so it was after 2006. But it was early 2000s, mid 2000s.
It was early to mid 2000s.
It was the early part of the mid 2000s.
The mid 2000s had just started up.
It was the earliest mid 2000s. And I did a video called, I think I ended up calling it, I had a series called The 80s Made Me Fat. Okay. And one of them was me recreating Ecto Cooler using current drinks that existed.
Okay.
Like High C had a drink called Orange Lava Burst, which was essentially Ecto Cooler.
Now that was made from real lava, or?
Yeah, careful, ouch. My buddy, watch out. And that was as close to the Ecto Cooler as we had.
Was it good?
So, no, but I mean, so I got that, and then I got the thing that was missing from Orange Lava Burst that made it Ecto Cooler, because I guess what ended up happening is after Ecto Cooler went away... they ended up removing some of the ingredients from it, but called it something different.
Like grain they removed.
They removed the tangerine part of it.
Okay.
The Wikipedia says...
How do you trust this website after what
this
it
was
just
a
did to
different
us?
one. This is the Ghostbusters Wiki. It says the drink did surprisingly well in some markets and continued way beyond the Ghostbusters run, the real Ghostbusters, and wasn't discontinued until 1997.
Huh.
Slimer left the box sometime around 1997, but Minute Maid
Creative differences with the box.
But listen to this. Minute Maid did not discontinue the product until 2001, at which point it was renamed to Shoutin' Orange Tangerine.
What a horrible fucking name.
Slimer was replaced on the packaging by a similar-looking blob of lips.
Come on, man.
The product was still noted as Ecto Cool on many store receipts.
Wait, so was it was in the same shape as Slimer, but
it was
just
lips.
filled it
Yeah.
That's weird.
Why?
I don't like that. That's so lazy.
Let me find a picture of it for you.
There are how many artists do you think are there starving in the United States of America alone? They couldn't have paid somebody $75 to do anything else.
So here's a picture of Slimer's Ecto Cooler on the left, and then there's Shoutin'.
I remember this.
Yeah.
I remember it changing, and then I remember being like, what is this fucking not Slimer anymore?
What is this, slime?
What is this, not slime? I remember this. And we were all confused.
Right? It's confusing.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Why is it orange? What does Slimer have to do with a tangerine? Why wouldn't it be like a lime something?
Right? Lime would make way more sense.
Who looks at Slimer and says, I bet that guy's from Florida? No one.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But here's what happened. During the Shoutin' Orange Tangerine era, the formula was changed along with the rest of the line of High C drinks to a won't stain formula. Quote unquote. Won't stain.
Okay.
So there was stuff that was like staining kids' clothes apparently in the drink.
Or teeth.
While it didn't taste any different, it did change to a yellowish green. In 2006, Shoutin' Orange Tangerine was renamed Crazy Citrus Cooler. In 2007, Crazy Citrus Cooler was discontinued. So basically, I found the closest thing to it.
Yeah.
And I got some real tangerine orange drink and combined them. And then I was like, I tasted it on camera for a video. And I was like, it tastes kind of like Ecto Cooler.
Yeah.
I did it. All right, thanks for watching. Bye. And that was my video.
Pretty good. How many views on that one?
9. My mama watched it twice. But now Ecto Cooler's back for the new Ghostbusters movie, and I drank it again, and I was like, shit, it hasn't changed even a little bit. It tastes exactly
How would
the
you know?
dang
Do you
same.
think you would know?
Yeah, it kind of hit me right away. Didn't it hit you right away when you tasted it?
I don't remember. I should have paid more attention to my initial reaction.
I did just kind of give it to you. And by the way, you're drinking it out of a can, it should be noted.
Yeah, it's a different experience.
Which has actually never happened in the high C world, I don't think. I don't think high C has ever been in a can.
Is that true?
I think not.
Okay.
But you're drinking Ecto Cooler out of a can, and you were like, why is this a can?
Yeah.
And I have an answer, I think.
Okay.
My theory is...
It's all the same juice from the 80s.
Juice. My theory is that people who care about Ecto Cooler in the slightest, people who liked it, remember it, are like 30-something now. 35, 34.
These are all numbers.
And I don't think they wanted to market the drink to them as a juice box. Like Ecto Cooler's back as a juice box.
Yeah.
And I don't think 30-year-old men, I think they probably figured 30-year-old men don't want to be drinking out of tiny juice boxes.
Or they would do it once.
Right. Like I would prefer it to be a juice box, if I'm being honest.
Right.
Because that brings it back. But also, like, drinking out of a juice box as a 30-year-old man seems strange.
I also think that there's something that's lost in the way that the juice interacts with the cardboard. I think it.
You think that adds to a taste in some way?
Or something, yeah.
Can I see that can really quick?
Here. Take it.
So, something about the new Ecto Cooler, something cool about the can is I guess the high C color changes to green, to slimy. Or like the slime appears when it's cold or something.
Okay.
But I've yet to, I guess, I'm assuming it's this part, the logo, the high C logo.
I should have paid more attention. If you took that away from me and then asked me what it looked like, I don't think I'd be able to.
You know what kind of sucks about this? It says it's only 10% juice. The rest is definitely sugar.
So many other percents, and I drank a lot of it too.
How do you feel about it? It's real sugary, huh?
I don't know. I can't do stuff like this anymore, man. I can't do a lot of drinks that aren't water or coffee anymore. I've noticed.
It's weird, though, because coffee and, like, soda are kind of similar.
They are, but you can choose how sweet a coffee is, you know?
That's why I'm drinking LaCroix.
Yeah, LaCroix is a sparkly water times.
Because LaCroix is like soda without sugar in it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like the equivalent of like sugaring up a coffee as much as you want.
Yeah, sure. Good.
Moving on. Next article. Next situation. Let's create a new situation. I bought 2 cases of High C's Ecto Cooler.
How many in a case do you think?
Ask my arteries really quick. I believe, I don't know actually, maybe 24?
That's too many.
But I drank one of them and was like, holy shit, this is so much sugar. Yeah. Like, let's find out right now. Go ahead and tell me the nutrition facts on 1 can of High C's Ecto Cooler.
We'll go with calorie. Do you want to guess first?
Guess calorie-wise?
Yeah, guess how much. Serving size, 1 can.
I think I remember reading the calorie amount. Is it like something like 250 or something?
150. Back it down.
Oh, God. If it was 250, that would be so terrible.
Total fat. How much is in a regular fucking, like, Coca-Cola?
Like a Coca-Cola, I think it's about the same, right?
All right. I don't know. Total fat, 0 gram.
Okay, but
Total
that doesn't really
sodium.
matter. Oh, here we go. Coca-Cola has 140 calories.
So this is more than a Coca-Cola.
Is it really?
Yeah, 150. Total fat, 0. Sodium, 25 milligrams.
Wow, that's kind of salty, too.
It's 1% salty.
Wait, hang on. This can't be right. Let me find. Yeah, a can of Coca-Cola is 140 calories.
Okay.
That's more than a can of Coca-Cola?
Well, yeah, it's fake juice.
But Coca-Cola's fake stuff, too.
Yeah, but this is made from a cartoon ghost.
Oh, okay. That makes more calories. You're right.
Total carb, 41 gram.
Wow. Coca-Cola, 39 gram.
Dude, this is 14% carbohydrates.
I can't wait for the sugar part. What is
Sugars? 41 grams.
No way.
Is it more than soda?
Yes, it is.
I don't want to drink this anymore.
Coca-Cola has 39 grams of sugar.
Dude, this is for children.
Just finish the first one.
Protein, 0 gram.
So here's what I'm going to say. So I drank a can of it. And
100% vitamin C, though.
Oh, well, fuck yeah. Give me that C, baby. Gonna want that C. I'm talking vitamins. What I'm trying to say is that I had one cane, and I opened up my Amazon pantry order. By the way, in my Amazon pantry order, I had 2 cases of Ecto Cooler. Yeah. And a case of LaCroix berry flavor, which is my favorite flavor of LaCroix.
Okay.
I can't call it LaCroix. Is that
why?
what it's called? LaCroix?
I don't know.
Because I call it LaCroix.
That's fine.
But I don't think that's how you say it.
It's fun.
It's better to say it. It's more fun that way. I'd like to know, though. Who knows what it is? LaCroix?
I think it's LaCroix. That's probably, that seems like the white way to say it.
Dude, a friend of mine has a LaCroix tattoo.
Really?
Yeah, a full can
That's
on
pretty
her
good.
leg. I was like, I can't get over it. It's so
I don't
funny.
like anything that much for that long. Like food or drink.
Is that so?
I think so. Like I wouldn't get a Fifth Avenue tattooed on my ankle.
Nah.
You know?
Is there like a brand you love enough to get like a tiny tattoo of? Or is there like something that has happened in your life and about it?
I gotta tell you, I don't understand the question at all. I'll be 120% honest with you right now. I don't know what you're asking. I'm sorry.
Would you ever?
Steve, it's me, Mike. I don't know what you're saying.
It's 12 cans in a case, by the way.
Good.
Of Ecto Cooler.
I'm glad we got to the bottom.
It's so
of that.
weird. There's this whole thing about how there's a fun color change feature on the can, but I don't know what it is. It
What
says
about
cool
you
the
was
can,
like-
see the slime.
2 cases will be enough.
Well, I thought it would be like, because I was showing my support for it being back.
Sure.
First and foremost. And second of all, I was like, what if it's like fucking good and I'd like to keep it and drink one on a summer night? Reach into the fridge and pull out a can of High C Ecto Cooler. Why not? So here's what I was trying to get to. I had one can and I was like, oh no. I'm 34. I can't drink this.
This is no good.
Oh, no. This is a candy bar in a can.
You got 2 cases.
I bought 2 cases. I had damn near 24 cans.
50,000 grams of sodium.
So you know what I did, dude? I went around the office and gave everyone a can of Ecto Cooler. And anyone
nice.
who wanted one.
Then you're the nice guy.
Right? Because I was like, I can't. I also cannot drink all of this. Because that's the...
You'll die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I still have a whole 12 of them in my fridge.
Give one to lady down the hall.
Oh, no,
You
man.
have to.
No.
Have you seen Ghostbuster? Do you like slime?
I'm not going to talk to that woman, man.
Do
She
you like
scares me.
Tangerine
Did I tell you what recently happened with her?
with the garbage?
I saw her in the garbage, and she scared me. All right. I don't know if I told you about this. I think did I tell you about coming home with all this stuff? No, because you haven't seen this stuff.
No.
I bought all this equipment.
The music stuff.
Yeah, I bought all this cool music stuff. And it's audio stuff that like messes with your audio, the audio of your voice, makes it fun, nice.
Fun and nice. One word.
And I was like coming home from Guitar Center, and I was like really excited to come home from Guitar Center with all these cool things. And I fucking carried a fuck ton of shit into the apartment, and I was like balancing boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I open up the side door, like barely with one hand still balancing the shit. And I'm like, I'm trying to open the side door. And then before I can even get my key out of it, someone opens the door.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, thank God. I grab it with the other part of the box, and guess who it is?
Oh,
yeah.
Is this at Creepy G?
Yes.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Let's wait a sec for this to go by.
I don't think that you could hear it on the podcast. It's if you want to wait, we could wait.
Yeah, it was her.
Okay.
And guess what happened?
What
She looked me in the eyes, and then she went right back inside and let the door close. She didn't say a word. And I'm standing there holding all of this shit in my hands.
Yeah.
And the door closed right in my face.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right. I'm pissed. I'm upset. Like, I'm actually just angry.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, that's it. I'm going to confront this woman. I'm really going to. I'm really going to say something. I was upset. I was carrying a lot of shit. It was rude.
Sure.
So I fucking grabbed my keys, I opened the fucking thing, and she's already through the other door. Like, she fucking, like, booked it.
Booked it. Didn't want
to explain herself, didn't want to encounter anyone, or, like, I don't know, I don't know. She was talkative to me in the fucking mail area.
Yeah.
But, like, seeing me for a second or something.
She didn't like the way that other conversation ended.
Yeah, but, like, did she really remember that?
I don't know.
When all I said was, oh, did they not screw it back in?
That's all.
And then she was like, oh, I didn't need you to say what I said and change it. That's really it forever? Like, you're going to fucking close the door in someone's face when they're holding boxes? They clearly need help.
Maybe you scared her.
I didn't do a damn thing.
Not on
I didn't move
purpose.
quick. I didn't. And I just want to say, like, that's rude, man. That's so rude to do that.
There's no way we're dedicating 2 episodes
to this woman?
Yeah. We're being honest.
It upset me, Mike.
I get it.
I got really upset.
I gotta tell you, I'm scared that she comes to this side of the building.
Yeah, me too. Why is she over here? I'll tell you why. Because that door goes directly out to the street to walk out.
Yeah. What's that, LaCroix?
I don't know what else to
pronounce
say
that?
about that woman. It's upsetting to me. I'm upset.
Don't be upset, man.
It's rude, man. I had a bunch of shit in my hands. It would have been really nice to have someone hold that door open.
How'd you get in the door? Did you put something down?
I ended up just putting shit down, yeah, and doing it the hard way.
That's the worst.
It's the worst. Anyway, I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. I can't. I want to confront her, but it's probably a bad idea, huh?
That's probably only a bad idea.
I want to.
What would you even say?
I would say,
work it out right now.
I would just say, "Excuse me."
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was coming home and I had a bunch of stuff in my hands, and you had opened the door to come out to the street, and then you like closed it right away after you looked at me.
Yeah.
And I think that was rude. And I had all this stuff in my hands, and I just wanted to say that like I felt very bad about it.
What if she was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh my God. Then I'd be like,
I'm sorry you're such a pussy.
there it goes.
What if she looked you
And
in
then
the eyes
spit in my face.
while you were holding stuff, groceries or something?
I'm sorry you're such a pussy. I'd be like, well, you need to die, lady. The gas needs to slowly turn on in your apartment.
Listen, lady, we shouldn't talk. You and I.
I can't stand people that are rude, Mike.
That's okay. You know what? I've been thinking a lot about like car interactions and how
when
shitty
cars
people
talk to
are.
each other.
When cars, you've seen them film
Situational car comedies.
situational comedies, and
I've seen them.
really all it takes for you to if you can keep your cool for an extra second in the car, as soon as the other person that's like cutting you off or beeping at you or whatever gets around you,
Yeah.
chances are you're never going to see them again your whole life.
Yeah.
This is a little
That's it
different
too, yeah.
because you live in the same building and it's weird. But also, I don't think that she's all there, so I don't think you're
She's
getting
not.
mad at
There's
like,
clearly
a full person.
Yeah, there's clearly something wrong, and
Just don't shake the
I
shake
know,
the tree.
and I also should not take it personally because she's obviously ill.
Yeah.
But like, I can't, you know.
Sometimes you just want the door, if it's open, to stay open. So you don't- just saying.
Yeah, sometimes in life. That's a good allegory to life. Do you think they ever called Al Gore allegory?
I can't speak to that.
Okay. It's just a simple question.
It's just that I don't know him.
Are you excited about E3, Mike?
I don't know what is being announced.
Neither do I.
I don't know what to get excited about.
This is the most out of tune with the video game world I've ever been.
Why do you think that is?
I'm just too busy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I used to have a lot invested in like the console wars. Like, not that I like fought anybody or like argued with anybody, but like I'm very much a Sony guy. I like my PlayStation, like games, but like I just have zero stake in anything this year.
Yeah.
I want The Last Guardian.
What is
That game, that PlayStation game by the guys that made Shadow of the Colossus and
Something's going on with the mic here.
I forgot what the other one's called.
Man. Is that the one where Mickey Mouse paints?
No.
He's in the castle.
No.
Paintbrush. No. I like sports games.
The Last Guardian is about a giant bird, dragon, dog thing, and a boy.
Falcor?
It's kind of like Falcor.
Never-ending story.
No.
Why was that not a video game?
I know, man. That would have
E.T.
been cool.
got a Atari game.
A real bad one.
We can't get a fucking never-ending story.
It would have been nice.
Handheld tiger. Where do you keep the tiniest trumpet in the world? Is it here still? Here, you guys, keep it here.
That tiny trumpet.
I heard a tiny trumpet.
No, you didn't, man.
You think this is helping people right now?
There's a tiny Dizzy Gillespie somewhere playing a little solo. I'm so out of tune. But I did hear about Titanfall, that new the Titanfall 2 that's going to come out on the PlayStation finally.
Is it going to be like you could play people on Xbox?
I don't know, but I always like that concept. Cross-platform multiplayer.
It's supposed to be with something, Rocket League.
Yeah, Rocket League might be doing that, yeah. I wish it was that new game, Overwatch, which I haven't had my hands on yet, but I went to Zach's house the other day, and he was playing it.
Yeah.
And he looked fun.
Dude, I didn't think I had the capacity for any more games at my age to learn a new set of things. But I'm in it. I like it. What? What's that face?
I heard a loud sound.
So it's happening. Somebody's walking around.
Is it that terrifying woman?
God.
Knocking on doors?
I hope not, because I heard have to leave at some point.
I heard she sleeps in the stairwell over here.
God, I hate that. You know what else I hate? When you close your door to the stairwell, right before it shuts, it sounds like somebody saying, shh.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Right before it shuts. So before I get to the door to go outside, right before I'm about to grab the knob, it usually goes, shh.
I don't like that.
No.
That creeps
I don't like
me
it
out.
more, I
it's
promise.
It's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Does it scare you a
creepy,
little
G. Yes.
All right.
I've been scared in that place several times.
I'd say try not to think about it. Is that a good? So you didn't think you had the capacity to play to get into games?
But I got into it and I've picked it up pretty quick. I guess it's designed to be like everyone's easy to play with, but it's not easy to like master.
Okay, so like you're matched with people of your skill level.
No, I'm just talking about like there's a lot of different like characters to choose
Okay,
from. They all
okay.
do different things, and it's fun to just pick it up and go, and then it's hard to get real good at.
I want to play it, but you know it goes.
Are you just totally? I don't know. I don't know how it goes. I don't know what we're talking about. Are
Yeah.
you against the Xbox? You're done?
I got my PlayStation 4, and like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get I think it's on PlayStation 4 too, by the way.
Is it?
Yeah, but I don't want to like. A lot of my friends have the Xbox One, and I don't want to like buy a whole new console just to play one game with them.
Well, you could play 2 games.
Nah. Do you have a PlayStation also, don't you?
No.
No?
I've never had a PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
So, don't make that mistake again.
As long as I live, I swear I won't.
You gotta promise me. No, I was telling you about, there was this PlayStation game I've always wanted to play, and I've never played it. And it came out years and years ago. It's called like Fire Pro Wrestling.
Oh yeah, you were telling me
It's
about
like
that,
some kind of Japanese wrestling game. It's supposed to be amazing.
but you didn't get it.
I've never played it because it's always been on PlayStation.
Well, why don't you
PlayStation.
bring it to my place and you can play it?
I'll bring it to your PlayStation.
Ah!
And then we'll play it.
Oh boy. Well, we should never do a podcast again this late at night. Do you know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
Did you finish that Ecto cooler?
No,
You're never gonna drink any
I don't
more
want
of it,
to. Nah, I grossed myself out by learning about it.
huh? I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more do you have?
It's like I gave you a candy to drink.
It's like you pawned something off that you didn't want.
No, I was just offering you one as a nice bin.
It does.
how many
it
more?
was nice to taste it.
Yeah. Did it
And
remind
then
you a little
everything
bit?
after the first sip was the worst.
I have 11 cans left, full of that sweet nectar, that sweet juice. 11 full aluminum can filled with drink.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to offer them to guests.
You should. You should have them in a bowl on your coffee table like apples.
You know what else is in there?
What? Sodium benzoate.
No. There's also a cake and a pie.
Oh, in your fridge.
Yes.
I thought you were talking about in the Ecto Cooler.
No, in my fridge. There's a birthday cake with very little eaten from it,
And a birthday pie?
and a birthday pie with also very little eaten from it.
Whoa, what kind of were we talking about?
Have you ever eaten a pie on your own
Yes.
by yourself?
I'd be a liar if I said I didn't.
Let me ask you a question about eating a pie by yourself.
It was Applebee.
Let me ask you about that apple pie you ate by yourself. I'm going to ask you a quick question about it.
Yeah.
Do you ever eat a pie by yourself, but you still try to make it look like you're cutting slices out of it while you're eating it because you don't want it to look like you're eating it alone?
No.
You
If I'm going to eat a pie by myself, the world is going to know.
So you just go right into the middle and you just go fucking
Not the
haphazard?
middle. Don't be an animal about it.
But you're not shaping it as if there were slices taken out of it with your fork. Because I was doing that this morning because I wanted it to seem like there had been slices eaten of this pie
Well, it's a good
before I
way-
got at it.
It's a good way to keep track, like, for you. Like, a normal human being would eat a slice of pie, so that's kind of what I did here. And it's kind of like you're leaving breadcrumbs. That's almost like a slice. He's showing me a picture of the missing slice. I think I would have done something similar.
Right?
Because then you could be like, I had one piece of pie.
That's what I'm saying.
Roughly.
Because I tried
Round
to.
down.
This is definitely me digging into a pie with just a fork.
Well, it's jagged. Your form is off.
And it's a banana cream. And I tried to eat it as if slices had been taken from it.
Yeah.
But how else are you supposed to eat a pie?
Not from the middle out.
Right?
No, it's bad. That's
That's
bad
bad
news.
news.
Yeah.
You eat a pie as if you were cutting slices from it.
Yeah, because no one eats a whole pie.
I don't think that's true. I think there are people that have eaten whole pie.
Clowns do it.
My favorite Game of Thrones character is Whole Pie. All right.
Hold the pie.
Listen, this podcast is nearly a bust, but I will say this.
I had a fine time.
We're back.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we're going to get back on schedule.
Yeah.
This one's a hiccup.
I'm going to Las Vegas this week.
That's cool, man. What are you doing?
Starting tomorrow night, Monday night, to Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to Las Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
and I should come back with some good stories. I've told some friends I'd go with them. I don't like it there at all.
Really? You don't like Vegas?
I don't like it at all.
I have fun in Vegas.
Okay. Maybe
How
you
many
can give me
times
some
have you
things to do.
been?
One.
Oh. How long ago was that?
Fairly recently, couple of years,
Okay.
year or two.
This is what I like about Vegas. I like the spectacle. Right?
That wears off the second you park.
Not
the
necessarily. Because, like, walking around in Las Vegas during the day and walking around in Vegas in the nighttime are two different things completely.
car. Sure.
Like, in the daytime, it's kind of gross and hot, depending on when you're there, and you can see everything. But at night, it's like the lights are out, and, like, the fountains going, and, like, there's people out dressed to the nines.
Yeah.
Um,
I want to be dressed like an asshole the whole time.
I'm mostly dressed like an asshole when I go to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
But here's the thing about Vegas. I don't really do the debaucherous side of it.
Yeah.
I'm not into it. I don't drink, so I don't drink there at all.
Yeah. Good.
I don't like strip clubs. So
I forget about strip clubs.
I've never been to a strip club.
Interesting.
Bree wants to take me to a strip club.
Well,
She
if
wants,
there's anyone to go with.
right? You go with your girlfriend.
Girls, the dancers love it when you go with girls. I've noticed.
Right? Because then you don't look like you're a gross pervert and you're there with, like,
Yeah,
you're there to have fun, it looks like.
It's kind of like I've never been a female stripper, but I would imagine if I saw that, I'd be like, they get it.
Right? They're here to have a good time and get a little sexy.
Right.
And
They're
enjoy.
not there because, like, they need it.
Here's the thing. I very much enjoy the female body.
Never heard of it.
Think about it, though. Look on Google tonight. Just type in the female body into Google.
As soon as I get home.
Whenever I start to look for porn, when I'm ready to watch porn, I always type in the female body.
It's a good place to start for sure.
I type in the female body, all caps,
Yeah.
to start, all caps.
Yeah.
Then I hit images.
Colon.
And that's all I need.
Can I tell you about a tweet I did the other day?
Yeah?
That I was real proud of, but
Yeah.
no one else seemed to like. And you got to take chances in comedy.
you do.
You know, I wrote, I don't watch amateur porn for the same reason I don't watch pickup basketball games.
That's pretty good.
I thought it was my best one in
That's
a while.
really good. Yeah.
Just average amount of tweets and likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I would have retweeted it.
Thank you very much.
It's too late now, and I would be embarrassed to retweet it. I
read the date.
but I do like the female body. I like it. It's beautiful. It's a work of art.
Yeah.
And that would be my sole purpose for going to a strip club, to enjoy the female body in a
Like
place.
it's a museum.
Yeah, and it's also maybe one of the only legal public places you can go and oogle the female body, and everybody's okay with it.
Yeah.
Like, you can walk down the street.
Well, as long as you pay for the oogling.
You can't just go to the bar and, like, check out the dancers.
You
look
can,
at the dancers.
But they're not. You won't be the favorite there for sure.
Oh, if you're just watching the show from the bar,
Yeah.
they don't like you.
Well, it depends. There's all different kinds of places, like Jumbos. You
Yeah,
ever
I've been to Jumbos. Yeah, that's the closest I've
fun.
been to a strip club.
And that's like, yeah, they take off their clothes, but they don't get naked.
No,
or
it's like
anything.
burlesque.
Yeah, but it's like a fun, like hipster, almost like a cosplay burlesque.
Yeah.
Play, depending on what you going on a cosplay night.
yeah. Check the website calendar for details.
But yeah, if you go there and there are women dancing and taking their clothes off, they do that so they can get tips. So if you don't tip, you're maybe not
right
the highest priority.
Right
there.
But yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But it is a place where you can
You can go hang
consensually
out,
enjoy the female body.
Yeah, have a business meeting. over drink.
That's the worst place to have a business meeting. I think.
Well, yeah, don't knock it till you try.
So anyway, that eliminates a lot of the fun of Vegas for getting rid of the drinking, getting rid of the going in the strip clubs. So why, you ask, would I even enjoy Las Vegas if I'm not doing those things at least?
Britney Spears show.
Britney Spears. I like it because I like to enjoy a good Cirque du Soleil show. I like watching Cirque shows. And I like just walking around. It's just a weird... It's like the fucking island in Pinocchio that they go to where all the kids are fucking smoking cigars and like drinking and shit.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's just this weird debaucherous like place.
Yeah.
And less so than New Orleans, I think.
Mm-hmm.
New Orleans seems even more kind of like debaucherous.
Well, depending if you go on...
like if you go during Mardi Gras or whatever. Yeah, I guess
I don't
you're
know
right.
if it's always like that.
It's a little,
I've never been.
It's a little loosey-goose.
Okay.
Even when it's not Baton Rouge.
Good pronunciation. I felt like I was there.
But yeah, I enjoy Las Vegas a lot. I hope you have fun, man.
I hope I have fun too. I'm telling you, man, the first time I went, I was with my friend George Basil, and that was kind of when we first met each other.
Did you sprinkle him on a pizza while you were there?
I certainly did. I ate him up. And it was really good. And we had a really fun time. But by like day 2, I was like, and I'm just about over it.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I was excited literally until like we parked the car. And I was like, I feel like I've seen it.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
You didn't want to... That's not fair.
No,
you didn't want to give it
no.
a fighting chance.
We did. We stayed for like 2 days or whatever.
But you were done.
I wasn't really having... I had my little formative walk around by yourself experience. It was just fine. I remember being weirded out the whole time.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a weird place.
There's like gross, like porn flyers everywhere.
Yeah, that's the worst place is the flyers.
They're like, there's these sad people that seem like they don't want to be there at all, but they have to because they have to feed their families. And they're trying to hand you these fucking porn hooker calling card things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gross. And then there's people smoking everywhere.
Yeah.
There's tobacco smoke everywhere. It's not illegal to smoke indoors there.
No.
So people are smoking.
It's encouraged.
It's encouraged, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they want to keep people comfortable. They don't want you to leave the casino and then not spend your money.
Yeah.
It's a real gross situation. But
Yeah.
do you plan on gambling at all?
Maybe.
All right.
Maybe a little. Gotta do something.
Hey, man, put a $20 into the slot machine.
Zoya would I think that she would think I was weird if I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you got to do something.
Gotta do something weird.
Yeah, I'm saying whatever stays in Vegas is what it is there when you left it.
I say we dedicate the next half an hour to just making up fake slogans.
For Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Las Vegas. Oh, you're gonna get there.
Las Vegas. If it happened that one time, it can happen again another time.
Las Vegas. Bring your pals.
Las Vegas slot machine. You know what I mean?
Las Vegas, put your money where your mouth is.
Las Vegas, put your money where your mouth is and then talk real fast.
Talk real fast. Las Vegas, hey, why don't you have a seat, will you?
What does that mean?
I could do this all night. I love
Yeah,
it. I think
yeah.
it's good. We're getting into the delirious times.
I don't even care if they're funny.
They're probably not.
Las Vegas is like a truck but wider. That doesn't make any sense.
Las Vegas, kick off your shoes.
But that would really be something.
I want to see that done well.
That's
Like,
next year.
Someone here on the podcast who's like a graphic designer, just mock up something real quick.
Yeah, take a break from your honest
Actual job. And
your ad
Las
agency
Vegas,
job.
kick off your shoes. I want to see what that looks like.
I would imagine, like, with two beautiful women on his arms, and he has, like, this extravagant car behind him, and all the lights in Vegas, and he's walking down the street, looks right at the camera, and he's, like, mid-kick, and the shoes coming right at the camera.
Right to the tree. And for some reason, the dun 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 is playing.
Las Vegas, what are you doing with those shoes still on?
Sir, your shoes are still on. You want to kick them off before you come into this casino. Oh, boy.
We'll see. We'll see.
Well, guys, thank you for listening to today's podcast. Once again, I'm sorry it was kind of somber at first, but it's been a real hard couple of days, and we just, we want to spread the love and joy and laughter, and we want to get all that out there because that's all we're good at.
Accurate.
Right? So it's really all we can do. Life goes on. So I do want to read an email really quick. We don't have Owen here to play the piano. So I figured appropriately I would read this email, which is from someone named Alex Losi. And it says, it literally had, here's the subject, PCast. And the body of the email says just this.
Okay.
The podcast is all right.
That's the whole thing.
That's literally all it says.
I thought it was going to be History Road.
That's literally, no, that's it. That's all it was.
No punctuation?
Well, there's a period on the end.
Okay, well, good.
The podcast is all right.
Oh.
You know what? This person may not even be talking about our podcast.
You could be talking about any podcast.
Any podcast.
Yeah. I have one. This email is about the podcast. Go ahead and open her up.
Let's see. PCast here. Oh, this should be interesting. Podcast is all right. All right.
Thank you for your feedback.
Well, thank you for that email, Alex Losi. And we have some history roads in the can. There are some emails here that are some actual history roads, but without Owen here and as late as it is, I don't think it would make sense to really read them. But guys, keep sending your history road stories and any other emails you want to send to us at dynamicbanter@gmail.com. And also you can hit us up on Twitter, which is just @dynamicbanter. And, we'll be back to our normal Friday schedule this week, hopefully. Or maybe next week, I guess.
Sometime around Friday.
One up.
Yeah.
And we're about due to start talking about our movie, the commentarium.
I'm excited about it.
We're going to do a movie commentary soon to something themed around the episode titles or the episode themes, I guess, right?
Yeah, I feel like if we take the one or two main topics that we've talked about from each show, we put all those words in a pool, we'll say what movie closely resembles the amalgamation of
The
words.
Firm.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
The Pelican Brief.
Yeah. We got Vegas, Bowling, History Road. Well, that's a Jeff Daniels movie.
That's going to be the film The Mosquito Coast.
And you also know more movies than I do.
And this film we're going to watch is The Two Jakes. That's the sequel to Chinatown, baby.
The original only had one Jake.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening. And again, to close out the podcast, just wanted to let you guys know that if you would like to donate to the victims' families of the Pulse shooting that happened over the weekend in Orlando, you can go to gofundme.com/Pulse Victims Fund. And which is really awesome. And also, we are auctioning off I'm auctioning off a Skype call through the awesome Julia Fang, Mrs. Color Moi Chic, on the eBay. And I don't have a link that I can actually read out to you guys because it's like just a jarbled bunch of numbers and shit. But if you type in Skype call with Steve Zaragoza, or you type in Steve Zaragoza into eBay, I'm sure it'll pop up. The auction will be up for 9 days, and the highest bidder wins a Skype call. We can talk about whatever you dang want, and I think that's fun, and I like it.
Nice.
So if you guys want to check that out, that'd be super awesome. And yeah, thanks for listening to the podcast, and we will hopefully be chipper and a little bit more energized for the next one. And we definitely will not do it past 10 p.m. on a Sunday.
Is that what day it is?
It's 11:15.
That's great.
Las Vegas. Oh boy, you better buckle up. You got one more in you?
Las Vegas, finish your milk.
Las Vegas, bring your coins. That one maybe makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Las Vegas, ooh, giddy up, doggy. You're going to have a time. All right. Bye-bye, everybody.
That was a HeadGum podcast.